Welcome back to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. It is I, Skinslip, and that's my buddy Owen Neal. We talk about odd films, little gems, and some things you should avoid. Like this movie, Blood Tracks from 1985, a odd little slasher from Sweden, actually. It's kind of interesting. We've never done a movie from Sweden, I don't think. I've done one from Thailand. We've done from China. We've done one from I think we did one from Mexico. I mean, like, we've done a lot of them. We've done a lot of American and European films. But this is our first Swedish film. This is by the director Mats Helge. I'm probably screwing your name up, sir. I apologize. He also did of note that we will be watching on this channel someday, which is The Ninja Mission, Russian Ninja, and Eagle Island. 3 terrible-looking action films. And he also did Blood Tracks, so there you go. Oh, one other tidbit: the band that plays the band in this movie, this is the first time acting, and so to get them to be less nervous in front of the camera, the director Mats gave them alcohol. So in every fucking scene in this movie, they are drunk, because metal bands. So you're prepared to talk about this little gem of a movie?
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
It was my pick after all.
It was your pick. It was part of to be paired with Jack Frost, our Christmas 2017, even though most of these episodes won't actually be edited together into actual episodes for a while. But we're recording it live December 29th, 2017 on Twitch.
Yeah, cut that out.
You son of a bitch.
So yeah, I've seen this before, so
You'll cut it out because it won't edit for 3 years, right?
Hey, you're the one I'm like, hey, should I edit an episode? You're like, yeah, do it when you want. And I'm like, no.
I'm not in a rush because I haven't gotten on my ass about getting the website done,
And I was like, you're not gonna make me do it. I guess I won't do it.
I don't want to turn it into a job. Then you won't want to do it. I'm the same way,
anyways. So this movie starts out, you see a drunken man walking around, comes home, his wife and his kids are all scared, so you're going to think, oh, he's going to do some spousal abuse. He goes in the cupboard and gets something, and then he drops it and he bends down, and then his wife stabs him in the back. So I have to assume there's some spousal abuse that's been leading up to this. But at this point, he did absolutely nothing but be drunk and come home, and she shanks him to death, and then runs away with the children, and that's how the movie starts. So I'm like, okay, I have to assume he's been beating her and raping her and doing bad stuff.
Supposed.
I also am assuming it's the husband. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, there's literally no information for us to go on. So.
I mean, hell, it could be her own father. I don't know.
Oh, that's a little dark.
She does have a shitload of kids, so who knows? But yeah, she kills him, runs away.
Sorry. What were you saying? Try it again?
He, she kills him, grabs the kids, they run off, and there's some other guy there, must be drunk and being like yelling at him, like, "Rrr." I don't know who the fuck that was either.
Some guy, man. He was just some random bastard who just happened to be there.
And then it cuts to like 40 years later.
I think there's a narrator one time, he shows up right at the beginning and gives us the date of 1985 or before or whatever, and then it says 40 years later. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay. He never comes back again, never mentioned again. All they had to do is have that happen and then put the date, and what you're supposed to assume is everything before that was the past, whatever that was.
AKA, the children have all grown up.
Yes.
So we're introduced to a whole crew of characters, like way too many. But you got the band, a bunch of scantily clad girls that are going to be in the music video, and they've gone to this secluded area. They're going to film some pieces of their music video, which people keep calling it a movie, but the fucking music video.
Yeah, it's weird. This movie's entirely dubbed, and now the actors are definitely speaking English, but I'm assuming the distributor didn't like the fact that they all had thick Swedish accents or British accents, or maybe they were a mixed cast, or maybe there was no synced dialogue. However, this movie is entirely dubbed, and it becomes very evident at random moments. It just kind of, everyone's really synced up for the most part, and then out of nowhere they're like, wait, there was an extra word there that they definitely didn't say, you know. So, just something to notice. You will notice it at times, but it's not too. It's not like an Asian like kung fu film or like a giant monster film from the 70s where they didn't try very hard and they basically just tried to fill all the mouth movements with random fucking phrases sometimes, you know. So it's not like that. It's definitely a little better job than that. But
Yeah, they all get to a cabin. They're getting ready to shoot the music video, and then it just cuts to some fat guy in military outfit with a mustache wandering around an abandoned building, who gets killed by one of the killers. There's multiple killers. We'll get into more of that later, but there's like they all look like their faces are peeling off.
they're wearing really bad Halloween masks and fur like clothes. Basically, they're like stereotypes.
I mean,
Stereotypical
it's makeup,
caveman.
not mask, but yeah.
It looks like a Halloween mask. It looks so bad. It looks really fake. Is my point.
Yeah. I don't know
Noticeably
why
fake.
their skin's peeling off. Like they straight up look like zombies from like a cheap zombie
But
movie.
just in the
but
face.
They're not zombies.
They're actually full blown Italian zombies, which means they're only zombies in the face. Because if you
Probably
watch a
they
lot of
have-
really cheesy bad zombie films, like Dr. Butcher MD is a big example. All the zombies are just basically zombies in the face and hands, and that's it.
I'm gonna assume it's supposed to be like their face is chapped from being in the cold constantly.
Or
It's
there's
just
something,
peeling off.
or my theory was there was something done with this factory, and that something made in the factory is like poisoning them or whatever. Was the
Who
other thing.
knows?
Well, it's literally
It's
not explained.
unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. It's not explained, and the factory seems to be literally across the street from the fucking cabin. Because everyone walks out of the frame from the cabin, and then a second later walks in the frame and every single time. There's never like, not even like the first time you think they'd be like, you see them walking through the woods for a few frames, and then it cuts to them like, and then they just shortened it from there on. But no, they never did that. It's just literally every time it's walks out of frame. Walks into frame, you know, like, what the fuck? No effort on that part.
I don't think that guy was even part of the filming thing. I don't know.
I think he was just some random guy, yeah.
Although it looked like he was setting up the signs. Because he's like playing with the sign, like, you know, condemned, stay out.
Oh, right.
And then he walks through a hole in the fence into the building.
For some reason.
So I'm like, maybe he's just checking the building, but then he's killed, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. And you never could find out.
And then you cut back to the band, and they're starting to film their music video, which was my favorite part because it's so fucking stupid. It is
So
literally
bad.
the track of the movie.
The one track. Yeah, the one song. Blood track.
And they're rolling around in the snow, and then there's girls just. I like they're filming the band playing, and then they turn, and there's just like, you know, 5 girls like barely dressed, like awkwardly dancing in the snow.
The band is called Easy Action. Let's see here. Is Easy Action on the Metal Archives? Let's find out. No matches for Easy Action. Okay, so they're not metal, they're totally rock.
Wow.
I'd never heard of them before.
That's a hair metal.
Oh my god, they've got a Wikipedia. They are hair metal. They should be in that on the thing. Anyway. Are they still together? Holy fuck. They're still together. They went from 81 to 86. They broke up shortly after Blood Tracks. And reformed in 2006.
It split them up.
Probably. It's probably stressful, man.
In 2006, people seem to love Blood Tracks. Let's get back together.
Okay, here we go. U.S. hair metal superstars Poison used the chorus of Easy Action's 1983 single "We Go Rockin'" in their hit single "I Want Action," which led to members of Easy Action suing them. That's interesting to know. The American band, Easy Action suing the American band and winning a financial settlement in the case. That's cool. Doesn't say anything about them breaking up though. I guess they just broke up. I'm guessing the movie broke them up. I want to blame the movie. Let's blame the movie. I think that's our new official canon until someone tells otherwise. So the movie broke up the band, and you can tell because if you watch this movie. Sorry to get sidetracked. Anyway.
Yeah. And then an avalanche happens.
Yes.
And they get scared and go back to the cabin.
Well, no, the first they're like, "What's that?" That's an avalanche, you dummy.
Yeah, and the guy they hired that's like, I don't know, what was he supposed to be, a ranger? He flew a helicopter.
He's just a pilot, I think.
Yeah.
With
Even though another guy.
military training, I think.
No, it sounded like, I'm pretty sure someone earlier said like, oh, the mountain rescue chopper is yours as long as you need it.
Ah, okay.
Nothing's going on in this town where they just
Of
hand
all
over
the
the
exposition lines I missed, or I heard, that's the one I missed.
But then he just hangs out with them with no chopper.
Yeah, we never see the helicopter, by the way.
Well, at the end, someone else comes in with a helicopter.
Yeah, someone films the helicopter flying above, and they just happen to use it in this movie. Yes, that is correct.
No, it lands. And they get in.
I know. I'm facetious.
It's a different helicopter, though.
Yeah.
Because Flyboy, as they called him, he had a little small black one that was like maybe 2 seats. But then the one in the end was like a full medic one with a bunch of seats in the back. So
that's true.
Had 2 helicopters.
It's true. I don't think the first one was ever in the air, though, was it?
Yes. Plus, there was a lot of overhead shots.
But could it? Well, the overhead shots are probably all stock footage. But could the shot of the helicopter also been stock footage, or do we actually see characters in it from afar?
I don't remember.
So it could have also been stock footage. So they could have actually used one real helicopter in this movie. At the end, they had to use the one at the end because people got in it. So I like there's at least one real helicopter, maybe one stock footage helicopter. No helicopters blow up though, right?
2. No.
Damn. Otherwise, you get alert this to the Exploding Helicopter podcast, where they review movies in which a helicopter explodes.
Nope.
Anyway.
No exploding helicopters.
Darn.
So yeah, they go back to the cabin and split off, and everyone's banging and.
Oh yeah, the 2 people go out to the car.
Yep, they go to the car to have sex for some reason, even though they just go in the bedroom.
I'd like to point out that the woman with the least amount of clothes on is the one who likes to go out to the car to fuck. Just. She's wearing like this weird, skinny, stringy bikini. She's mostly naked. She's just, yeah.
And then what happens?
Avalanche
buries the car.
And their friends, to their credit, immediately go, "Oh my God, they're out in the car. We gotta go rescue them." And they all go get shovels and run out and rescue them. Hooray!
Yeah, and there's a random bunny
in
the avalanche that comes through the window.
Yep.
And they save him. They pull out the girl who's naked.
She didn't bother getting her G-string back on.
The guy's not naked.
He never got a chance to be.
And then they go back.
Coitus interruptus avalanchus.
More sex. Except for the sound guy who's like, I need to go get some sounds of outside and randomly this abandoned building.
Oh, he walks across the street and runs into the
cameraman first.
Oh, the cameraman first, yes.
Cameraman goes in the abandoned building, gets hit with something. Someone finds him, brings him back. He's bleeding. And then the sound guy goes to the same building. But
he just wanders into the sound, recording sounds, headphones on. Like this
gets strangled.
It's nothing to do with the
and then immediately
at all.
Yeah, immediately after, the girl goes in and finds his equipment and then leaves.
Yep.
And during this point, the cameraman's like, "Something's on my film," and he pauses it, and you see it. One of the guy's faces.
That thing we talked about, that just took us 5 minutes to talk about, took them 20 minutes to do. Because they said each character could slowly walk around a few minutes through the fucking building before they get killed, or a minute or 2, And so it's like by the end of it, it's like 15, 20 minutes has gone by.
Yeah, they get their rentals worth out of that abandoned building.
Fuck yeah. Jesus, man.
So when she comes back with the sound shit, they listen to it, and you can hear him being strangled. And they're like, okay, we need to go check this out.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Probably half of them go, and the other half are like, we're in a party and fuck, woo! And the other half go and look for their missing friend.
All right, I gotta blow my nose. Live shenanigans. We have -1 viewers. I didn't know that was possible.
What?
It's supposed to be 0. It's glitched. Reload the page. It should be 1 viewer for me, but I think it wasn't even registering me. There we go. 1 viewer for me. Congratulations. Anyway, we should continue. Sorry about that.
Yes. So now the shit starts finally kicking off. They're in the building looking around, making racket, and all the little crazy people start picking them off. I'm not sure what exactly order this is, but there is one guy who gets fuel dumped on him and he's lit on fire.
Just wanders around
Well,
all on fire instead
the
of
guy just
rolling
watches
anywhere.
him. Yeah, he jumps off a thing, walks downstairs, and then the other guy is like looking at the fire like it's like a death trap. Like, oh, I'm trying to get to you, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yet later in the film, at least 4 people just jump through that same fire.
And just walk right through it. One guy walks through it like it's nothing. But they're just I gotta cover my eyes arm, and that's it.
And then he gets down there and like, ew, you're all burnt and gross.
He died because he didn't stop, drop, and roll.
And then he finds one of the girls randomly. She's tied up with some rope, and he trips off a tripwire, and she gets sliced in half by a burning rope.
Yep.
Or like the rope goes so fast it splits her in half with these like this whole elaborate like the guy had no time to set this up.
I'd like to point out that these people also, half of them can't speak English, but they could make elaborate traps that required engineering and craftsmanship that these people probably wouldn't have. But that's not the only logic hole in this movie.
I'm going to assume this trap was set up. They just had to put somebody in it because it would have been way too long.
What happens when you accidentally set your own trap off and you go, fuck? You know, like, that's the problem putting traps off in a place you live. You can get drunk one night and stumble into it on accident.
So yeah, that guy kind of goes a little insane. Blood all over him. I think there's more people that die. I think this is also where the guy picks the girl up, or the guy up, and like gorilla presses
it was a girl, and he throws her off, and she gets impaled.
That could have been later too, but whatever. We'll mention that.
That happens. That happens in this.
The whole ending of the movie's in this warehouse, and it's really dark.
The last
so
35 minutes is in this warehouse, and half the time I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. It's just black blobs swimming around in blackness, and I think Blu-ray would save this movie in that manner. I think we'd be able to at least see more detail of what's going on in the darkness. It'd still be very dark though.
Because then I think it cuts to the people that were partying and having sex, and they're still having sex. But then there's also a killer there who bites somebody's eye out.
Oh yeah, that was pretty rad actually. That's another. There's a gift you need to make. Guy getting his eye bit out.
Hides him behind the door. Then he pretends he's the guy. Jumps out.
We were making jokes about doing Weekend at Bernie's with the body, but that was but that didn't actually happen. It was a shame.
No, and then the guy that saw everyone die, he shows up. He seems kind of insane, and then Flyboy shows up, and they get guns, and they go back, and then some more people go with them. Some point, one of the people captured 2 of the girls and put them in a pit with some clearly store-bought rats, because you don't see a lot of multicolored rats in nature.
Yep.
It was like a spotted, like brown and white rat. I guess it's possible, but it seems more of a store thing. But yeah, I thought it was a guinea pig because it was so badly shot and it was squeaking like a guinea pig.
I think it was a guinea pig, even though it's supposed to be a rat. I think that was.
Well, later it was clearly a rat. But
meant for this one, just that part. I think it looked like a guinea pig. It literally looked like I don't think it was a rat. I think it was a guinea pig, and they were just pretending it was a rat. And then later they found a rat while they're doing the set, shooting like, oh look, we found a real rat. Oh my god, quick, grab it. You know?
Yeah, like they're killing everyone, and then they're like, let's randomly capture these 2 girls. But then the big guy shows up, the main big guy, who's been gone this whole time for some reason. He kind of shows up in the beginning when they first kill that guy, and he seems mad. And he's like, "Urgh," and he drags the body out. Like, stop that. Like, why'd you do that? But then he fucks off, apparently, and then comes back, and he yells at the mom. He's like, what are you doing? Stop this. And she's like, they were going to discover us. What was I supposed to do? And he was like, let them leave?
Not kill people?
So he goes down there and does a whole speech, which I completely didn't pay attention to. But when I was getting that gif of the hatchet throw, I was listening to it, and he was just like, we were fine here for years, and now you've started all this. And he unties her and like tells her to leave. And then he hears his brother being shot to death.
Oh yeah, repeatedly.
So after the speech
like,
of like,
he's like asking him why, like, well, the guy was asking him over and over again, and just bam, ask him a question, bam,
like,
ask him a
why
question.
are you doing this?
He can't answer you. You fucking killed him.
Well, he lasted quite a few shots.
Oh, he was shot in the lungs and chest area, though. Like, he's probably dead, you know?
He doesn't talk anyways.
Yeah. What's wrong
So
with you?
I just like he goes through this whole speech like, "Why are you killing Mom? Stop this madness. We don't need to do this." And then he immediately runs out and just fucking throws a hatchet in that guy's head.
Yes, it's pretty awesome.
So I okay, but then there's still more of them alive because there's more people being killed, which I'm not even really remembering. But yeah, more people die. Who
A
cares?
lot of really vague, like a lot of choking and.
I think it was another trap killed too.
I don't think.
Yeah, a
No.
girl was running and hits a thing. You weren't paying attention, but like a big pickaxe comes down and like hooks her, and she's like, "What?"
I was setting up the stream at some point because, like, oh god, I don't care about this movie. It's hard to see. Yeah.
So then it's
At some point, I'm sitting there setting up the stream so we can stream. Yeah.
also at some point, Flyboy gets knocked out and wakes up, and he meets up with the girl that the guy released, and they're going downstairs, and then the big guy that actually talks grabs her by the ankles under the stairs. So I'm like, all right, he's throwing out his don't kill people, and he's gonna kill everybody for some reason.
Yep.
And then Flyboy blows his arm off with a shotgun, and he's holding her necklace. So it's like, was he just trying to give the necklace back? Because I don't think you grab someone who's already scared, fucking legs through the stairs, like, necklace.
You should never grab anyone like that. It's terrible. It's a good way to hurt somebody.
Also, when the girl was escaping, she killed the mom. She threw her down a fire pit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So pretty much everyone's dead except for the main big talking guy, who you see before when they're getting a helicopter to escape. It's just, I think it's Flyboy and that one girl, and that's it. And then George Lucas shows up to save them. He shoots
that guy
somebody
looked just
too.
like George Lucas. It's so weird.
Yeah, he came in too. And blew somebody away with his pistol.
The producer looks exactly like George Lucas. It looks like it looks like the guy from George Lucas in Love. Like it looks like a guy pretending to be George Lucas. It's so ridiculous looking. You're gonna be like, why is George Lucas in this movie?
Yeah. He's like, we need help, bring guns. He's like, I got a pistol. That's not enough. And then he goes in there and blows someone away with it. So I guess it's enough. But yeah, the last shot we see of the only guy left, he heats up a shovel and burns his stump. Screams, and then they fly off, and that's the end of the movie. So,
because blood tracks too, gotta be a thing.
But a lot of issues I have with this, like, why do none of the brothers talk? They grunt and they're feral beast when they were old enough to be speaking when they left at the beginning.
And they had adults who spoke English with them, so why weren't they taught English?
And why would they turn to feral beast when they were old enough to be normal kids?
Yeah, you're only usually a feral kid when you are raised by the animals from like very young, And
then as well as they were pretty well hidden in like a far reach of the corner of this building where they could have just let that guy walk through the building and leave. They could have let everyone walk in the building, film, and do sound and leave, and no one would have knew they were there. They didn't have to kill anybody.
Yep.
There was no point to any of that.
Well, oh yeah. And why is there a sound guy in the music video? We were discussing this. What was the fucking point of the sound guy?
That they're not going to use.
They're playing music for the band to lip sync to because there's going to be no other sounds but the music. So why is there a sound guy? And we realized this right after he got killed, and we were like, wait a minute, why? We were talking about what he was doing, and I'm like, wait a minute, really shouldn't be there at all. It's pretty funny.
Or why the cameraman's getting B-roll of a abandoned building.
I was telling him, like, all they had to do is have a little piece of dialogue to sign him up as, like, a sound collector, right? Because there are people out there to collect sounds because they're, like, sound engineers, and they want their own sounds recorded so they don't have copyright issues. And he could have been that guy, but it's never explained. He's just randomly walking around the building.
Like, the only reason I could see that the reason the cameraman went in there was not B-roll, but maybe just filming around in there and then be like, that's a cool area. We could film a shot in there with the band.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because otherwise, all you do, the band's playing outside and just cuts to a fucking empty building.
Maybe.
Like, what would be the point of that? Empty building.
But, like, really, the building is right next to the cabin. I'm so confused.
So I'm just going to assume he was in there, like, looking around and filming, like, we could film a shot here and here. That'd be cool. So otherwise, he's just collecting fucking video, I guess.
Sherlock Cat is none too pleased with us talking about this movie for so long.
But yeah, but, again, as well as them, like I don't know, they've become like cavemen for no reason. There's no reason for them to kill anybody.
They had zombie face going on. We don't know why.
Yeah, we don't know why all their faces are fucking peeling off. Other than like, ooh, they look creepy.
Yeah, it was. I would rate this movie a 1 out of 5 stars. I do not recommend because it was too dark. I couldn't understand. Like I would say, 15 minutes of the movie were just completely unintelligible. Other than the fact that someone got killed. Just yeah, it's not well edited. There are some other issues, lots of plot holes, and yeah, and of course the dubbing was not great.
2.5, motherfucker.
Wow, that's
Blood
generous.
tracks.
The generous score. So.
Also, I mentioned that I made a gif of it, but we never even mentioned that
yeah.
guy tomahawks. No, I think we did. The guy tomahawks someone in the head.
Yeah, we did.
Mentioned.
Look, now we got 2 cats on the show.
It's just, I don't know. Too many people.
Look at all the kitties. Yep, I didn't really like it. I think Jack Frost was a better movie.
Jack Frost was garbage.
It was
hot
awesome.
garbage.
It was great. 3.5 stars.
Negative 5 stars.
You're just doing that because you're mad because Blood Track sucked balls and you watched it twice and you regret it twice now.
Nah, I enjoy Blood Tracks. It's not good, but I enjoy
it's not good, but it's not the worst thing we've seen either. It's not San Fran Psycho, but
It's not trying to be funny and failing.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Like Jack Frost.
Shut up! It was hilarious. You have no sense of humor. Yep. So that's it for that. There's no legal release outside of Sweden. So that Desert Island Picks one, that's a bootleg, and Desert
It's on
Island
YouTube.
Picks. Yeah, Desert Island Picks releases only bootlegs, guys. So don't even bother. Yes, it's on YouTube. It's on the wrong aspect ratio. It is 16:10 aspect ratio. It's probably changed to help get around copyright claims. Because there's no legal fucking release of this movie.
What are we watching next week?
Fuck, I didn't pick anything. We're watching... We're gonna watch Deathscourt Service.
Deathscourt Service.
My buddy Quack sent this to me like 2 years ago to review on the show. When we first started doing the show. So, because I guess his friend, Sean Donahue makes these movies, so...
Alright.
I'm like, alright, we'll check it out. And he has never bothered me about it. I just decided, we should probably watch this already. There's a sequel out that came out earlier this year, in 2017. Or
He
2016.
probably mumbles it to himself every time an episode comes out.
I know, right?
My movie.
Well, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna watch his movie. He sent me 5 movies. This will be the first one we watched. I figured one a year couldn't hurt us. Alright, that'll do it for this week, and we'll see you the next time we stream, which will probably be next week, but you never fucking know. Take it easy, guys, for watching Deathscourt Service. Peace.